Hi, hello, welcome to a Patreon video behind the scenes update for May, which is not a thing that I've done before and probably not a thing that I'm going to do often, but I have spent so much time behind a keyboard or in front of a computer or sort of some combination of both for the last 6 weeks or more that making this BTS thing in a slightly different way was just very appealing to me, and it's also much easier to just ramble at you through a camera for 5 minutes and then just put that on the internet. Thanks so much, first of all. Before I tell you anything else about what's going on, I've had, over the past sort of week or so, an enormous, really positive, slightly overwhelming response to making a video about remote playing, board games and all of that stuff. Thank you very much. I have had hundreds of comments and emails and all sorts of things, and I haven't responded to them all yet. And if I haven't got back to you in some way, I'm sorry, I will. There has been a lot, and I've also had I have a big deadline this month. And so I'm spinning an amount of plates, but I will find your plate and I will give it a good twirl as soon as possible. Before I say anything else as well, an extra bit of credit I should give about that video is I should thank my friend Paula Deming for looking at the rough edit of that before it went live. Paula does Things Get Dicey, who are given a nod to in the video. She helped me basically cut out some sections that were a bit boring. So the reason it is substantially less boring is her. So thank you, Paula. That credit has to go out there. I have a lot going on right now. I have got a big deadline on, I think, May the 22nd for the Magical Kitties Save the Day RPG, which I've been working on now for a couple of months, and have been drafting a section of. And this has been a process of writing something, going through editing it, sending it to the team leader who will make suggestions and say, this is good, this is bad, more of this, less of that, taking that back and forth. And that's taken up a lot of my time. Also this year, hopefully appearing soon, I did some more work on the RPG Zephyr by Randy, who I think is also one of my backers. Hi, Randy. I'm going to link to both of these projects if you haven't yet heard of them or this is your first knowledge of them, because I think they're both extremely cool and the teams working on them have been very good. I've been very fortunate to work with these people. But that has slightly dominated my time, as has also a big freelance feature that I did for Vice, which will hopefully appear soon that you'll see maybe, I don't know. I'm just not quite sure when that's going to happen. Should probably just ask the person in charge. I'll do that after this video. It is May on my Patreon, and if you saw some things I was talking about in March or April, you may know I also plan to put some RPG related stuff out this month. And that will be me pulling out some old RPG stuff from long ago and rewriting it for my main sort of Patreon post this month. And focus, Paul, focus. And my diary post will be a reflective, retrospective thing about RPGing. This is a shit show. That'll appear at some point. I don't know what's happening in the world. Do you know? I don't know. I've made a list. Yep, that's going to happen. Yeah, so rebooting things. I've also talked a couple of times now about kind of rebooting this Patreon and making a new introduction video for it. I had a sudden increase of followers. Thank you. If you're a new follower, also thank you. I don't make very much video stuff on here, I'm sorry. It will occasionally happen, but a thing I should also say is making videos is hard. Making videos solo is very hard. And it's always been a bit of a source of stress for me. It's very, as soon as you have a second person in that equation, you have a second point of view and you have so much more sort of task sharing that you can do. But making videos solo is really difficult. It's really tough. And it's not a thing that I hugely enjoy, to be honest. It's useful for certain things, and in certain contexts, it's a very good thing to do. But I wanted to mention this as well because there's a lot of people I see now who make videos by themselves in the game scene or more generally in the world. And many of those people are doing a really good job. And I think they also deserve you being a little bit nicer to them. Maybe not you, you're probably very nice, but I bet somebody that you know is a little less friendly. It's an incredible effort sometimes to not only shoot something, but prep it beforehand and then edit and post-produce. And I forgot a little bit how hard that is. It's really hard. With the new level of supporters that I have now, I said that I would make interview-based podcasts, and I will be prepping for that this month, and I hope to launch that next month. That, with rebooting the Patreon, might keep me very busy. I still have a Twine game to finish that I haven't, or to polish and put out there. The Magical Kitties deadline is coming up. I've also been pitching a couple of other freelance pieces. The plates, they spin. I'm very sorry if I might be a bit slow on delivering a few things, but I thought it was best to be honest with everyone about all the different work things that I am sort of juggling right now. Thank you very, very much for an amazing response to stuff that I made last month. I wrote some things and filmed some things, and they've gone down really well, and it's been really gratifying in a time that is, for all of us, I think, a bit more lonely and a bit more isolated. I've been very fortunate. I've had regular contact with all sorts of people, and I've had people send so many awesome messages and send me so many sort of uplifting things. And I still feel like a very connected person. If you've been hanging out in the Discord and talking about stuff, thank you very much. That is also infinitely wonderful and makes every day better, I think. And I want to leave by saying that I recorded the Paulcast last month. I recorded one about time. I need to edit it because I recorded it in 2 sections, because halfway through I might have lost my train of thought and missed a thing. I think that will be the next thing that you see from me, because that is almost completed. But then with rebooting for like maybe a bigger podcast thing next month, I am wondering if the future of the podcast is I'd make 2 audio things a month. But that also means 2 audio things and 3 written things. And at this point, we're getting to the level where it's like, it's a lot for me to do, to be honest, with other freelance work. I'm dying, as you can see, so this is a good time to conclude this video. Did I get through everything on my list? Yes, but in completely the wrong order. So thanks for watching and getting this unique one-take perspective into the rotating crockery chaos of my mind. Thanks for backing me. Thanks for supporting my Patreon. This is how it is all of the time. And those dogs, every day, there's these people who walk these dogs and they don't like each other. And they meet and wow, your dogs don't like each other. What a surprise. It's exactly like last time. And it happens every time. It's like, why not just avoid the other? And yet they do it every time. Why?